So the Bill of Rights was put into place after the Articles of Confederation was proved to be a loser, so we fired it and we put in the Bill of Rights, which protects 10 main amendments that protect all of our citizens and prevent the government from taking away our natural rights. And the first group protect our civil liberties and our natural rights, the first being protecting freedom of religion, assembly, press, and speech, which I use every day on my campaign for president, Vote Trump, November 8th. And our 14th Amendment being for all citizens born or naturalized here in our country, except my own braves out there, build the wall. And they all get equal protection under the law here. And the next is to prevent abuse by the government. And our Second Amendment rights, which is to bear arms. And me and the NRA, believe me, the NRA, we're out there protecting your right to bear arms, to have guns in your home, to protect against anybody that's coming between you. Maybe it's the hombres out there, I don't know. But then there's our Third Amendment that prevents against any soldier quartering in your house, living in your house without permission from you or consent from you or anybody else. And our Fourth Amendment, which prevents the government from searching your things. Like me, that I wouldn't let them come into Trump University and look through my things without a search warrant. You know, you gotta be looking out. Okay. So then we gotta protect the rights of all our accused people. With the Fifth Amendment, you have the right not to incriminate yourself in front of police or lawyers that are out there doing their job for the American people. Then we got eminent domain, which is when we're using your land for public use and we can take it from you and then we pay you a good sum of money, a small loan of $1 million. And then we have double jeopardy, which means if you're proven innocent, like myself, we will not try you again for the same crime. And then we have a jury that will listen to your crime, listen to your claim, and decide if you're guilty or not. And then in the very end, if you are proven guilty, there will be an indictment. And then we have our Sixth Amendment rights, which gives you the right to a jury, a lawyer, and then you have your charges if you are found guilty, and then during a trial we can call witnesses to testify for you. And then our Eighth Amendment, which protects against no unusually high bail, though I could pay it. But then we have no cruel or unusual punishment. And our next protects the rights of our people and the state. First being our Seventh Amendment, which is for any trial over $20 that you can take to court. Me personally, it's the best amendment. Go after anybody out there that's causing a ruckus in your company. Go after them. Take them to court. So then we have our 10th Amendment state rights, which are for protecting against the federal government and give the states all their freedoms. And then we have the 13th Amendment, which bans slavery in all 50 states in America. These next rights expand and protect our voting rights, the 15th being all black men in the United States of America can vote for president. And I expect to see you out there November 28th, y'all. And then our 17th Amendment, which allows people to vote for senators out there, and can't believe that was legalized after 1970. Can't believe Hillary Clinton made it onto the Senate. And then our 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. Then we have our 23rd Amendment, which gave people and our 23rd Amendment gave people in the District of Columbia the right to vote, to get out there and vote as well. And our 24th Amendment took away the 24th Amendment got rid of the poll tax, which required voters to pay to vote for president. Personally, I think it should come back. Make America Great Again, 2016. Then there's our 26th Amendment, which allowed 18-year-old men to go off and vote when they're 18 rather than 21. So these rights change the structure and the organization of the government. The 11th Amendment allows for citizens to sue a state, and then the state court won't hold the case against themselves. The 12th Amendment allows for ticket votes. And then the 16th Amendment allows for people to pay income tax. I wouldn't know anything about that, though. Then there's our 18th Amendment, which instituted prohibition. Some mindless amendments in here, folks, letting you know. Then there's the 20th Amendment, which changed the inauguration date, which I'll be very familiar with here in a couple of months. Believe me, folks, I'll be getting elected as our next president, be inaugurated January 20th. And then our 21st Amendment, which repealed the 18th Amendment, allowed people to go out and drink again. God bless America. And then our 22nd Amendment set the terms to only 2 terms or 10 years per elected official. We'll get that overturned. 4 terms for Trump, everybody. Then there's our 25th Amendment, which allowed for any political figure to be... And then our 25th Amendment allows for, if anything were to ever happen to me, Donald J. Trump, my running mate, Michael Pence, will take over for us in office. And then after that, Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan. But lately in the news, folks, I don't like what he's been saying in the news, but you know how that is. Then our 27th Amendment, which allows for pay raises for everybody in the Senate after that term is concluded.
The Fifth Amendment states that citizens go through due process. You are not allowed to have self-incrimination. There's no... It also protects against indictment. It also protects you against the government doing double jeopardy, trying you again for the same crime. And the government can take your property if they give you a certain amount of money, which is called eminent domain. The Sixth Amendment gives you a jury trial, lets you have lawyers. They let you call witnesses in your favor, and they have to tell you the charges that you are being charged with. With the Eighth Amendment, you are not allowed to pay excessive bail, and you are not allowed to undergo cruel and unusual punishment. So Enrico is a court case that expands the rights given by the Fifth Amendment. It involved a juvenile who would prank call people and was reported by the police. He was then arrested, and he was interrogated without a lawyer or even his parents being notified that he was in fact arrested. He went to trial and was found guilty and had to face jail time. So the Supreme Court ruled that in reality it was not legal, the trial, because he was too young to understand his rights, and he needed a parent, a guardian, or some kind of adult lawyer present to be able to explain the rights and what they mean. Gregby, Georgia involved a man who murdered 2 people and had armed robbery, and he was sentenced to death after this court case limited the Eighth Amendment because it put back the death penalty after being temporarily banned.